The EU Parliament has adopted a resolution demanding member states do not recognise the parliamentary elections in Russia, citing a host of motives including the attempted assassinations of Alexei Navalny as well as the occupation of Crimea. The Parliament voted heavily in favour of the resolution. Additionally, if the EU finds Russia's September elections to be fraudulent and in violation of democratic principles, the EU will condemn any attempt by President Putin to remain in office.
Now, some kind of, tectonic conflict in between of undemocratic Russia and Europe is existing, and Russia of President Putin is becoming, the biggest threat for geopolitical security of Europe. That's the reason why we need to have much more clear strategy how to help Russia to transform itself. And I think that history teaches us that really Russia also is an European country, and Russian people can make a transformation of Russia back to democracy.
Meanwhile, the Russian Foreign Ministry has threatened to end EU-Russian relations if the resolution is adopted. Spokesperson Maria Zakharova said that Moscow considers this resolution to be an interference in its internal affairs. The Kremlin maintains that the EU is manipulating public opinion ahead of the Duma elections.
Just hours after the vote in the European Parliament, Russians began going to the polls. First to vote were residents of the vast country's far east regions of Kamchatka and Chukotka, which are 9 hours ahead of Moscow. Our Russia analyst Galina Polunska has the details.
Voting has begun in Russia's parliamentary elections. 14 parties are competing for 450 seats in the lower house of the Russian Parliament. For the first time in Russia, this vote will take place over 3 days, with polling stations closing on Sunday. 7 Russian regions will test a new online voting system, and it seems that Vladimir Putin will be using it. The Russian president is in self-isolation since many in his close entourage have tested COVID-19 positive, so he has registered for online voting, according to the Kremlin. Russia voting monitor Golos, labeled a foreign agent in Russia, says that all these innovations make it hard to monitor the elections. One of Golos members, Stanislav Andreychuk, told me that there were big concerns of false ballots. I have asked the head of Russia's Central Electoral Commission, Ella Pamfilova, what she thought of such suspicions. She called them political games and said the only reason the elections have been spread over time was the pandemic, and that there will be round-the-clock video surveillance of the ballots. As you know, Alexei Navalny's allies or supporters are not taking part in this race. Navalny's organizations were labeled extremist and prohibited. A new law adopted before the elections bans those linked with extremist groups from running for office. The Russian parliament is elected for 5 years, and it means that the newly elected Duma will be in power in 2024, the year of Russia's presidential elections. Galina Polunska, Euronews from Moscow.